All right, this is, hold on one second for me. Oh, there we are. All right, this is cause number 630050, State of Texas versus Rodolfo Bishop Rios. We're on a Zoom conference. Defense counsel and defendant is present, state's present, and we are doing this by Zoom. I have the paperwork in front of me. Mr. Rios, are you Rodolfo Rios?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Rios. I'm Judge Michael De Leon. We're going to take your plea today, if that's what you want to do. The first question I have for you, sir, is that you signed a form called Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference. What that means is you're agreeing to take your plea today by Zoom conference versus being physically in the courtroom. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Rios, you're charged with the offense of assault, bodily injury, family. It is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and or up to a $4,000 fine. Do you understand that maximum range of punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. From the paperwork in front of me, it looks like you've entered to a plea agreement and you wish to take a plea today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Before I can take your plea, I need to let you know about your constitutional rights. You do have a right to a trial by jury, meaning you can force the state to bring in witnesses, prove this case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Your attorney can cross-examine those witnesses. You have a right to remain silent in your trial, and if you do remain silent, that cannot be held against you in any way whatsoever. So knowing those important rights, do you still wish to waive them and proceed with the plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I see a form called Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions and your signature on it, Mr. Rios.
Yes, sir.
By signing that form, you're telling the court you do wish to do a plea today. You do not want a jury trial. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor. That's
Okay.
correct.
Ms. McCullum, have you represented your client for more than 10 days?
I have, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in his defense?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
Have you found to be mentally competent?
I have.
All right. And I see a signed discovery packet. Are you satisfied with the discovery the state has provided?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Rios, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Need to let you know if you're found guilty of this charge today or at a later date, it could affect your ability to have a concealed handgun, to get a concealed handgun permit, or to possess any weapons under federal law. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you also understand it's going to be illegal for you to possess or transfer firearms or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Okay. And to the offense of assault, bodily injury, family, how do you plead, Mr. Rios? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. If you plead no contest, the court can still find you guilty if the evidence is sufficient. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Freely, voluntarily.
Okay. Anybody forcing you to take this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, sir. State, is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is for a $600 fine, $400 to be probated, court costs, 12 months deferred adjudication, a no contact order with the complaining witness in this case, Brenda King, a BIP course, 48 hours community service, a one-time $100 donation to the battered women's shelter, an affirmative finding of family violence. And for this plea, the state will take into consideration an unfiled charge of violation court order, which is under JN 1963931.
All right. Is that your agreement, Ms. McCullum?
It is, Your Honor.
And is that your agreement, Mr. Rios?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Court's going to follow that agreement. I'm going to place you on deferred adjudication for the next 12 months, give you a $600 fine. $400 of that will be probated. Court cost, 48 hours of community service. You're to enroll, attend, and complete a BIP program. No contact with Brenda King. I'm assuming that's spelled K-I-N-G, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. $100 to the battered women's shelter. There will be an affirmative finding of family violence. And the state's apparently taken into consideration cause JN 1963931. Did I get all that correct, everyone?
Yes,
I
Your Honor.
believe so.
And if I may, Your Honor, I would like to ask the court to consider reduced court costs and fines if possible. My client has been working part-time only in manual labor. His normal job in cleaning and maintenance has been reduced since COVID. So I would like to ask the court to consider a possible reduction in the fine amount or court costs.
Well, the court won't do that, but I will cut your probation fees in half, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, sounds good. So, Mr. Rios, what all that means is you're going to be on deferred adjudication for the next 12 months. As your lawyers explained to you, that means it's a form of probation, but it is not a conviction on your record, all right? As long as you do everything, it won't be a conviction. The most important part about your deferred adjudication is to do the BIP program. That's a series of classes. Probation is going to tell you where, when, how to sign up for all that. You need to sign up for that in the next 2 weeks, all right? Don't put it off longer than that and tell people, I don't have time for this class. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it later. It's not going to be an acceptable answer, all right? You can do the BIP program online. You don't have to do it in person. With COVID going on, they can do it remotely, all right? Let's see. No contact with, who is Brenda King to you, Mr. Rios?
Common law wife.
Common law wife, all right. No contact as part of your probation means no contact. So in person, mail, email, Facebook, Instagram, through a third party to give her a message. You don't want anything or anybody saying, hey, you're contacting Brenda King in any way, all right? So to avoid problems, make sure you do that, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you were to do everything early, talk to your attorney, she'll know what to do. Lastly, trial court certification to defendant's right to appeal. That's a form you've signed here. Mr. Rios, this is a plea bargain case and you do not have my permission to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sounds good. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. What we're going to do right now, Mr. Rios, is I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Gerald Wright. He's part of the probation department. They're going to go over your conditions with you, tell you what you got to do. All right. Make sure you follow everything they tell you to do, and then you'll get through this process. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. Rios?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Sounds good. Let me put you guys in a breakout room, which will require you to hit a button in just a second. Let's see here. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may as soon as you hit that button.
All right, thank you.
Boom.